Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mihir Shah once again with another video. In this video, we are going to be solving sums based on problems related to fair premium or calculation of fair premium under the subject risk management. Again, a very important topic for all the TYBMS SEM 5 student. Okay, in this video, we are going to solve 4 very important sums which will cover up majorly all areas under this particular topic. Okay. Again, I'm repeating a very important topic for all the students appearing for TYBMS SEM 5 examination. So let us see what are the different sums that we need to solve under this particular topic. Also, along with that, we will be first noting down the format and the formulas in order to solve sum based on fair premium. Okay, now this is the format that you need to note down somewhere. Okay, this is the format in which we will be solving each and every sum based on fair premium. So let us see what are the various steps and what is the procedure in order to solve this particular sum. Okay, so I've written here that this is the sum based on fair premium. So the steps are: number 1, under first step you need to first find, remember, in order to find fair premium you need to find 3 things: PV of expected claim, PV of expected administrative cost, and PV of expected fair profit. Remember, fair premium is PV of expected claim plus PV of expected admin cost plus PV of expected fair profit. So 3 steps are required in this. So let us start with the first one. In order to find the expected or PV of expected claim, we need to first find pure premium, or it is also known as the expected claim. The formula is very simple. It is equal to the sum is meaning the addition of the loss value into the probability. So they will give you in the question all the loss values and the probability, multiply them, add up all, and that will become your pure premium. Step number 2 is we need to find the PV of expected claim, which is equal to pure premium. That is the answer that you get it from step number 1A, divided by 1 plus the rate of interest. So suppose, for example, if the rate of interest is 8%, it will become 1 plus 0.08, so it will become 1.08. Okay, so with that you will get the first value, PV of expected claim. Second step, we have 4 sub parts are there. First, we need to note down the underwriting cost, which is nothing but the percentage of pure premium. Okay, so they will always give you a certain percentage in the question, which will be taken on the pure premium that we have already found. Second is the expected claim processing cost, which will be given in the question. Third, expected administrative cost is nothing but the underwriting cost plus the expected claim processing cost. So that is the A plus B ka total. And finally, PV of expected administrative cost is equal to expected administrative cost, that is from step number C, divided by 1 plus interest. Again, whatever will be 1 plus interest here, same thing comes here. That will be the second value that you will find, PV of expected admin cost. Okay, third, we need to find the PV of expected fair profit. So that is, first we need to find the expected fair profit, which is nothing, again it will be a percentage given in the question, and we have to take over pure premium. Once we have got that, we can find the PV of expected fair profit, which is nothing but the expected fair profit divided by 1 plus the interest. Once we have all the 3 values, fair premium is equal to the first answer plus the second plus the third, and that will be a final value. Okay, chalo, I'll give you a couple of seconds so you all can take a screenshot of this. Okay, and you can just note down the entire steps. Okay, now based on these steps, we are going to solve the following sums. Okay, I hope everyone have understood what steps are there. Okay, chalo, let us see what sums are there and how we need to solve them. Okay, now this is the very first question. Okay, I'll read out the question once. Now in the question it is given that the expected losses are given in the table below. So loss values are 2,10,000 and 0, and their probability is given. Find the fair premium if the policy provides full coverage, underwriting cost is equal to 10% of pure premium, claim are paid at the end of the year, interest rate is 10%, expected claim processing cost is 600, and the fair profit is equal to 5% of pure premium. Okay, now whatever steps I shown all before and on a separate sheet. Okay, so I've noted down all those steps here, and now we'll see how. So in exact way, so step 1 has 2, Step 2 has 4 parts, step 3 has 2 parts, and then the final answer is the addition of all the 3 answers that we get from step 1, step 2 and step 3. Okay, now I won't be noting down the formulas here because the formulas are already shown in the first the first part. So I'll be directly solving this sum based on the same steps that we had discussed earlier. Okay, chalo, let us see how to solve this particular sum. Step number 1 we need to find pure premium, which is nothing but the sum of all the losses into the probability. So the first loss given in the question is 2 lakhs into the probability, which is 0.02. So I'm writing here, it will be 2 lakhs into 0.02 plus, next is 10,000 into 0.08. Okay, so and the third one is 0 into 0.9, so we don't need to show that because the value will be 0 itself. Okay, so now 2 lakhs into 0.02, so I'll just show that. So it will be 2 lakh into 0.02, which comes to 4,000, and 10,000 into 0.08, which comes to 800. Okay, again it will be 2 lakhs into 0.02, which comes to 4,000. Sorry, it was 4,000, and 10,000 into 0.08, so 800. So total will become 4,800. So our first value came as 4,800. Next, now we need to find the PV or expected claim. The formula is very simple. Whatever pure premium or expected cost that we found divided by the interest rate. Now interest rate given in the question is 10%. So 1 plus 10% is nothing but 0.1. So 1 plus 0.1 is 1.1. So 4,800. So we again take it 4,800 divided by 1.1. Okay, it comes to 4,336.63. So we note down the same value, 4,363.63. Okay, this is our first value that we found, the first PV. Now second, underwriting cost. Now underwriting cost, clearly the formula was, it is always a percentage on the pure premium. Now they are given you underwriting cost is 10% of pure premium in the question. So if you can look carefully, so 10% of 10% of 4,800, which comes to 480. Okay, expected claim processing cost. Now they have already given you in the question point number E pay, expected claim processing cost is rupees 600. So I'm noting it down as 600. Okay, now expected administrative cost is nothing but the underwriting cost plus the expected claim processing cost. So that will be 480 plus 600. Okay, which comes to 1,080. And PV of expected cost is whatever expected admin you have got, 1080 divided by 1 plus interest. So that becomes 1080 divided by 1.1. So 1080 divided by 1.1, so which comes to 981.81. I'm noting it down here, 981.81. This is our second value that we required. Now third, we need to find the expected fair profit. In the question it is given that the fair profit is going to be 5% of pure premium. So again same logic, 5% of 4,800, okay, which comes to 240 rupees or 240. And PV of expected, this will be the same, 240 divided by 1 plus the interest, so that will become 1.1. So again 240 divided by 1.1, 240 divided by 1.1, it comes to 218.18. So we note down 218.18, that's the third value. So our fair premium formula is PV of expected claim, which was 4,363.63 plus PV of expected admin cost 981.81 plus 218.18, that is the PV of expected fair profit. We add up all those three values. So 4,363.63 plus 981.81 plus 218.18. The total comes to 5563.62. So that's our final answer. Fair premium for this particular problem sum was 5563.62 rupees. So my final answer, you can write it here. Thus the fair value of the premium is rupees. So we'll note down the last statement. Thus the fair value of premium is rupees 5563.62. Okay, this is how you all had to solve. So see, the sum is very simple. You have to just follow those particular steps which I had mentioned, and you all can solve each and every sum based on fair premium. So I hope everyone understood this first sum. Okay, so I'll give you a time to you all where you can take a screenshot or you can note it down, and now we'll start with the next. Okay, now this is the next question. I'll just read out the question now, the second sum that we're going to do. It is said that the expected losses are given in the table. So they have 1,20,000 and 0 ka losses, and their probabilities are given. Again, find the fair premium. If the policy provides full coverage, underwriting cost is 12% of pure premium. The claim are paid at the end of the year. Interest is 5%. Expected claim processing cost is 1,500, and the fair profit is equal to 3% of pure premium. Okay, again we will solve this as per our format. First we need to find the pure premium or the expected cost, which is nothing but the total of all the losses into the probability. So we start. First loss is 1 lakh into the probability 0.02 plus the second loss, which is 20,000, into 0.08. So 1 lakh into 0.02 is 2,000 plus 20,000 into 0.08 is 1,600. So 2,000 plus 1,600 is equal to 3,600. So PV of expected claim will be 3,600 divided by 1 plus interest. Now interest given in the question is 5%. If you can look carefully at adjustment number D, interest is 5%. So it will become 1 plus 0.5, so 1.05. So when you divide 3,600 divided by 3,600 divided by 1.05, we get the answer as 3,428.57. So we'll note down 3,428.57. That's the first value. Now same way, underwriting cost is a percentage on pure premium. In the question they're given you, it's going to be 12% of pure premium, which is 3,600. So on the calc, 3,600 into 12% comes to 432. So I'm noting it down, 432. Expected claim processing cost given in the question as 1,500. So your expected admin cost will be 432 plus 1,500. Okay, which comes to 1932. So our expected PV will be 1932 divided by 1.05. Again back on calci. So 1932 divided by 1.05, we get the value as 1,842 point. Okay, 1,842.85. So we take that value. Oh wait, I guess I had taken a wrong number, so I'll just take it again. 1,932 divided by 1.05, so it comes to 1840. So 1840, that's the second PV that we required. Now similarly, we need the third one. For that, we need to first find the expected fair profit. Again, a percentage. In the question it is given adjustment number, the last one, fair profit is 3% of pure premium. So 3% of 3,600. So on the calci again, 3,600 into 3% comes to 108. So we note it down as 108, and then again the PV of 108. So 108 divided by 1.05 on the calci. 108 divided by 1.05 gives you 102.8 102.85. So we'll take that 102.85. That's it. We have got all the three values. This is our third value. Once we get there, we just add up all the PVs. So 4328.57 plus 1840 plus 102.85. When we add up, our final answer will be, we take it on the calc, 3428.57 plus 1840 plus 102.85. When you add up, we get 5371.42. Okay, and then you can write, thus the fair premium value is 5371.42 rupees. Okay, so this was the second sum. I hope everyone have understood it. Okay, how to solve it. Same procedure, same format based. Okay. Chalo, I'll give you all a minute to soak this entire sum. Okay, and then we will start with the next sum. Okay, now let us read the next question. It's given that the expected losses are given in the table. Loss values are 50,000, 10,000 and 0, and the probabilities are 0.3, 0.6 and 0.1. Find the fair premium if the policy coverage is full and underwriting is 12% of your premium. Claims are paid at the end. Interest rate is 8%. The expected claim cost is 900 and the fair profit is 10% of pure premium. Okay, let us see how to solve this again in the same order. We are not going to change any steps, exactly in the same step. Okay, chalo, let us start. First we need to find the sum of all the losses, okay, along with their probability. So 50,000 into 0.30 plus 10,000 into 0.60. Now 50,000, so let us start with the multiplication part. So it will be 50,000 into 0.3, that comes to 15,000, and 10,000 into 0.6, which comes to 6,000. So 15 plus 6 is 21,000. So our pure premium for the entire sum is 21,000. So we need to find the PV of expected claim. So that will be 21,000 divided by 1 plus the interest. Now interest is given at 8%, so it will become 0.8. So on the calculator, 21,000 divided by 1.08, the value that we should get is 19,444.44. So 19,444.44, our first value. Now second, we need to note down the underwriting cost. Now underwriting cost, they said 12% of fair premium, so 12% into 21,000. So 12% of 21,000, again on the calculator, 12,000 into 12%, which comes to it's 21,000. So 21,000 into 12%, which comes to 2,520. So 2520. Expected claim processing cost, now given in the question under adjustment number E is 900, so we note down this as 900. So expected admin is 2520 plus 900, okay, which comes up to 3420. Now 3420, we need to find the PV factor, PV cost of that. 2420 into 1.08. So on the calculator, 2420 divided by 1.08, it comes to 3,166.666. So we'll take a 67. So 3,166.67. Okay, that's our second PV. Third, we need to find the fair profit percentage given in the question is 10%. So 10% of 21,000, that comes to 2,100, and the PV of expected will become 2,100 divided by 1.08. Okay, so again on the calculator, 2,100 divided by 1.08, we get the answer as 1,944.44. 1,944.44. Last fair premium, so the first value was 19,444.44 plus 3,166.67 plus 19,444. When we add up, okay, on the calculator, so we'll take that 19,444.44 plus 3166.67 plus 1944.44. The value that we should get is 5. Okay, the first value was actually 19,000, so 19,444.44 plus 31.66.67 plus 1944.44. The value that we should get is 24,555.55. So that will be a final answer, 24,555.55. Okay, so this is how we had to solve the third sum. Okay, so you all can go through it once. Now we're going to start with the fourth one, the very important, because now that question has little new changes. The losses are a little different. Okay, so let us see how to solve sum number 4. Okay, let us read the fourth, then the last question. Suppose an insurer estimates that an insurance contract exposure has the following loss distribution. They have loss of 20 lakh, 8 lakhs, 2 lakhs and 50,000, and at various probabilities they have provided. Assume that the administrative expenses which are paid immediately equals to 20% of expected claim cost. Further, assume that this type of policy requires the profit loading equals to 11% of the expected claim cost. Calculate the fair premium. Now remember, if they haven't provided you with any interest, okay, if they haven't provided you with any interest, we have to take a default interest rate which is 8%. Okay, so if they haven't provided you any interest, now if you can see, I've given there in the entire question they haven't given you any interest rate. So when such kind of problem sums are given where interest rate is not given, we have to take a default rate which comes to 8%. Okay. Chalo. Now let us see how we go about exactly in the same manner how we were solving the previous sum. Okay. First we need to find the pure premium. Okay. So a lot of values are there. So we'll have to take the summation of all. So first one is 20 lakhs into 0.003 plus 8 lakhs into 0.010 plus 2 lakhs into 0.050 plus 50,000 into 0.847. So now your 4 values are given. Okay, so we'll have to, so there was no 0 in this, so we have to find value for each and every one. So 0.003 into 20 lakhs plus 0.010 into 8 lakhs plus 2 lakhs into 0.05 plus 50,000 into 0.847. Okay, on the calculator when you solve the values, okay, the answer that you should get is 66,350. Now we need to find the the PV of that. So 66,350. Now there was no interest rate, so we'll take it as default 0.8. So 66,350 divided by 1.08, the value comes as 61435.18. 5 to 1819 we will take it. So 61435.19, our first value. Okay, now underwriting cost. Now in the question they haven't provided you any underwriting cost. Okay, neither they have given you the admin cost directly, but they have given you an adjustment stating that assume that administrative expense which are paid immediately equals to 20% of the expected claim cost. Expected claim is nothing but the pure premium, and that is supposed to be 20%. Okay, so our expected claim was 66,350. Of that we have to take 20%, so which comes to 13,270. So there was no underwriting cost here, and this they have already given, it's going to be 20%. There was no processing cost also. Directly they had given you expected administrative cost, which is going to be 20% of pure premium. Okay, so we calculated, we got the value as 13,270. Now this we need to get the PV factor of that, so into 1 point divide by 1.08, which comes up to 13270 divided by 1.08, which comes to 12287.037. We'll take it at 4. So this came as 1287.04. That's our second value. Third, expected fair profit. It is said in the last key, loading equals to 11% of the expected. The profit loading is equal to 11% of the expected claim cost. So we'll have to take 11%. Okay, expected claim is nothing but pure. So of 66350 on the calculator, when calculated, we got the value as 729.8.50. Once we get that, we can get the PV. So 7298.5 divided by 1.08, we get the value as 7298.5 divided by 1.08. It comes to 6757.87. So we take that 6757.87. Now we note down the premium. So we get the premium as 61435.19 plus 12287.04 plus 6757.87. On our calci, when we add up all those three values, the final answer that we should get is 80,480.10 in rupees. So therefore, our fair premium value of premium is equal to rupees 80,480.10. Okay, so this is how you all had to solve various sums based on fair premium under the subject risk management. Okay, so I hope everyone have understood how to solve this problem sum where they ask you to find the fair premium or premium related sums. Okay, so I hope everyone have understood this. So with that, we will be ending this video here. Thank you.